this show on the road. All right, cool. So a lot of you can see my screen. So with that being said, New Jersey, welcome. I see there's a lot more people signing in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get this thing on the road. So today I'm going to show you a bunch of amazing things, okay? And I don't want to, if you know me, you've ever attended my webinars, you know that I don't hype things up. I give it to you straight. You're a marketer just like me, and there's no reason for me to put on a voice here, okay? I'm going to give it to you straight and share with you what I've been able to learn in my business, and it's completely up to you to apply it on your own, okay? But this is one thing that I can tell you at the end of this call. If you've ever been having a hard time getting a responses from businesses for your services, let me tell you this, like at the end of this call, you're going to see way more responses that you've ever seen before, okay? And this is me being blunt and honest with you, okay? So if you know a little bit about me, I don't like to do these webinars where they're all about Mr. Guillermo Mate here, okay? So a little bit about me, I'm a business developer. I do motivational coaching, and I'm a local consultant expert, that's just my field. I love the local marketing space. It's changed my life. And just like you see here, closing local deals isn't a hobby. It's a passion that changed my life. It changed my life, okay? That's why I'm here speaking to you today, okay? And if you've been following me, you know that I don't joke around. I really do this, okay? I have a baby boy, I have a wife, so this is not just some guy in the background trying to play it off. I really do this, okay? So with that being said, let's get started. Let's dive right into this, and gonna make sure that got my other screen open here so I could see anybody else that is. All right, cool. So let's get started. So, one of the notes that I've taken is just all on Craigslist. I'm sure you guys know Craigslist, but I wanted to give you the facts. I wanted to give you the facts that we collected. So, um, how much does how much traffic does Craigslist get? They get over more than 50 billion page views per month. Okay, and this isn't just answers that I just typed up. This is actual information that I pulled from Craigslist. So like everything that you see in here is these are facts that are concrete and these are real. How many people use Craigslist? More than 60 million people in the US alone. And keep in mind that Craigslist isn't just in America. People use it overseas all the time, okay? What languages does Craigslist support? So you see it all here: English, Filipino, French, German. I mean, it's all there for you, okay? So that's for all of you that are coming in from overseas, just so you're aware. How many classified ads does Craigslist receive? They receive over 80 million classified ads each post. Could you imagine for a second? Like, could you imagine how big their server is? Their servers? It's probably humongous because that's a lot of action going on. What can I find there? Jobs, housing, services, everything that I mentioned here. This is everything you're going to see on Craigslist. Okay, so this is me just covering the facts so you're aware of what Craigslist, what Craigslist has to offer. So is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? All this information that I told you, is it worth to go after Craigslist and start using their platform to prospect local businesses? Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. Okay. So what type of businesses are on Craigslist? Okay. So you let me know in the chat box for those of you that are on Craigslist today and are actually using it to prospect and things like that. Let me know what type of businesses you found on Craigslist. Just let me know in the chat box. You could just type that into the chat box. Let me know what type of businesses on Craigslist. And I'm going to go through this live. I just want to know what type of businesses you guys are going after these days. Oh, nice. The salon. Somebody here on the call is going after salon owners. Really, really cool. It's cool stuff. Computer shops. All right, contractors. Nice, man. That's awesome. That's amazing stuff. So, okay, somebody here is going after car dealerships, roofers. Yeah, that's exactly the ideal people that you want to find on here. Like you'll find roofers, you'll find electricians, realtors. You'll find them all on here. So let's go ahead and let's check live. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll show you my screen here. Let's do main screen, and you all should be able to see my screen right now. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna just expand my screen. All right, so this is Craigslist. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the type of businesses that are on here these days. All right. So what I did was I clicked on the beauty niche, okay? The beauty niche is really, really hot, just so you know. And this is me being blunt and honest with you on this call. It's a really, really hot market on Craigslist, especially in America, all right? You got a bunch of legal people on here that are just specializing in, divorce. You got divorce lawyers, you got, family law, criminal law. I mean, it's all on here. And what's amazing is that sometimes, um, when you look into some of these ads, they give some of their pricing away. So when it comes to pricing analysis, like when you want to gather up all that data, like you'll find it all on here. So there's no guessing. You don't ever have to guess, okay, how much is that? How much does this niche currently charge for the services? And then what can I charge? All right. So you got that all here. Like you got all the data right here. $65 traffic ticket defense and warrant lifting. Check this out here. Look, 65 bucks, and that's just their fee. So it's just like really interesting stuff, man. You'll find all types of businesses on here, and it's amazing. And then someone mentioned computer shops, which is another one as well. You may see some SEO, some guys trying to post SEO stuff. I would, honestly, these days, you could go ahead and post it, but you're not going to get a good response like you would if you sent replies to the listings, okay? Another great area is the small business ad section. Here you'll find all types of freelancers, like freelance makeup artists, freelance chiropractors, you name it. They're all on here. Look, construction, cleaning, um, just those little type of services. You'll find them all on here, and that's uh, that's a lot. That's awesome. So with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Um, the reply button on Craigslist. I want to talk a little bit about that because it's a very, very powerful button. It's not just a button that you just click and you just send replies to. This button really, really is where the magic is going to happen. And I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to dive into this, trust me. So, hidden reply data. Okay, we call it hidden reply data. And I'm sure you guys have seen this when you click that reply button on Craigslist. Craigslist has went ahead and they added captcha because they don't want the spam. They don't want people spamming them, So we wanted to follow the rules, okay? So we're gonna fill out the captcha. We'll follow the rules, but we still need this information. We still need the phone number. We need a name. We need the Craigslist email. And I want you to keep in mind throughout this call that you see this Craigslist email here. This email is connected to their personal email. So whenever you send a reply, that message gets sent to their email. Okay, so just keep that in mind throughout this call. And if you know something about local marketing, you know, is that follow up, is very, very important in this space. If you don't have a follow up and like you can't just message a prospect one time and expect a response. It's not going to work like that. You got to be able to collect this information and reply throughout the week. And throughout this call as well, I want you to keep in mind that Craigslist keeps ads up for up to around 30 days. But if they feel like it's spamming and you're posting multiple times, then they're going to remove your ad. Okay? Then that's when you're breaking the rules. They remove you. They don't want to see your ad. So that email that you see right here is connected to a personal email. Ads are up for up to 30 days, and the follow up is very, very, very important. It's like, I don't want to exaggerate here on this call because I've never been one to do that, but it's like seriously 95% of what we do as consultants. It's all about the follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. But wouldn't it be cool if we could just take these emails that you see here, these Craigslist emails, store them somewhere, and then follow up throughout the week and do it over and over and over and over and over without having to go through the captcha. We'll go through the captcha the first time, but wouldn't it be cool if we just stored these somewhere and then automatically reply to all of them? That would be cool, right? And I'm sure I'm sure you're out there nodding yes. If you agree with me, give me a one in the chat box. If you agree with me, give me a one in the chat box. Robert says one. We got hell yes. Exactly. So you guys get my point. All right. So let's move on. So this reply that I quote unquote sent to you, you guys all seen it. You guys seen that and look, you like once again, I'm not here to hype things up. I'm here to give you the facts. This reply that I got in 15 minutes, it was real. I literally sent it using our new tool and we got a reply back in 15 minutes. And then we got another because we kept running tests. We got another um, within 5 minutes and then 2 minutes. So it's just amazing stuff. All right. So this is the reply that I sent. This is the real deal reply that I sent. And look, I'm not a scientist. I didn't look, I'm not a scientist, guys, but this is all I really wrote. Hey, hello. I noticed your ad on Craigslist. Awesome job. Would you like to would you be up for an interview via YouTube? I'm sure it will help bring in more leads this week. Let's talk. And then I got a reply, yes. Okay. And I want you to keep in mind that someone's in the electronic niche in here, and that this response was from someone in the computer sections in Craigslist. So that's really, really, really powerful stuff. And I got more to show you. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. So this is all I really said. And I want to take you into my mind state for a second, like what I was thinking throughout that process. So I was thinking, like, how could I make them feel good? Like, how could I make the prospect feel good about, you know, just getting them on an interview? And how could I drive them in to respond back to me? So that's all I was really thinking. I wasn't really thinking anything else. Overall, I'm just thinking, how could I service this business? I want to work with the business. I took a look at their ads, see what they were doing, saw their pricing, and I just, boom, sent the reply. So this is all I wrote. I got that yes, and that's awesome. But look, here's the thing, right? Like there's 5 things that I need you to know when replying to businesses on CL. So if you got a pen and paper, guys, just take this down, all right? Just take 2 little seconds, write it down. If you got 2 computers in front of you, it doesn't matter. Take it down. It just takes 2 seconds, all right? So these are my facts. G's facts, quote unquote. I didn't just message the poster one time. So you can write that down. Don't just write the poster one time. I followed up a few different times to see which times gave me the most replies. Okay, so follow up a few different times. So if you selected the niche, follow up a few different times to see which one. I'll take that back. Choose the niche, reply a few different times throughout the day, and see which times give you the best responses for that niche. Because everybody works different. Not every niche is the same. So please keep that in mind. Okay, I wasn't trying to pitch. No, this wasn't a soft pitch or anything else that they call it. Okay, I literally wrote these slides myself, just so you know. Um, so like I mentioned, taking you back into my mind state, I was thinking, how could I make this business feel good, and how could I get them to respond back to me, without thinking that I'm some kind of marketer trying to you know, just sell them and that's it, move on with my life. When I try to approach businesses, I try to just, keep them around long term. I don't like the short term stuff. I want to be able to help you multiple times. I want to hold your hand. I want to show you the things that you don't have time to do. Okay. So I made it all about them and less about me. That's how you build relationships with clients. I already, clarified that. I showed you, how to do that. Short-term deals aren't worth it, and I don't recommend them. There's guys out there that'll tell you, yeah, get that deal, close it, and get it done fast and throw it out the window. Doesn't work like that, man. Doesn't work like that. So don't do the short-term stuff. Always think long-term, okay? This is going to also help your business as a local consultant or someone who's just looking to get into this, okay? So don't pitch. Please don't pitch. Give them what they want. Literally, these words right here are power. Don't pitch, give them what they want. So I want to talk to you a bit about that, okay? Giving them what they want, okay? When you fully understand the niche and you fully know what they want, then you know how to approach them. I'm going to rewind back really quick. So you remember that computer niche that I wrote to, right? I got that response. I got that yes. I said, okay, they're in the tech field. Let's do YouTube. Tech field, YouTube. Okay, so I'm just connecting the dots. I'm doing what makes sense. So at the end of the day, it's just all about, giving them a bit more. If it's a free mock-up, that takes 2 seconds today, guys. I mean, it's a screenshot, it's going to theme forest, template monsters, gathering all this stuff up. At the end of the day, look, as consultants, we got to prove ourselves. Like it, look, I don't care what anybody says. Okay. I really don't care what any other marketer tells you. If I were you, I would unsubscribe from them, stick with me for this reason. But like, it's really about giving them value and just really servicing them so you can keep them long term. Okay. And I'm gonna just leave it at that because we got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover. This is not over yet. Okay. So, and narrow it down to 3 points. Okay. You know exactly what they want. All right. Really simple. Know exactly what they want, how they want it, and when they want to see it. So I'll take it back one more time. All right. So we're going to narrow this all down. Know exactly what they want, how they want it, and when they want to see it. If you could knock this out, this three little notes that I just gave you, you're going to be killing it this year. So let's move on. So what types of businesses to reply to on Craigslist? Okay. And I'm going to do this live once again. I'm going to open up my browser because I really want you to understand this thoroughly, like 100%. So I'm going to give this to you live. I'm going to give this to you live. I know that you should all be able to see. Okay, cool. So you should all be able to see my screen now. All right. So I would start with for those of you who are just starting out, I would start with the really, really small services like the carpenter, the plumber, the wedding planner. You'll find them all on here. So look, for example, I'm in the Dallas area right now, so just so you know. Handyman. Just the minute I clicked on small business ads, this one caught my attention. It's a handyman, okay? I mean, let's think about this for a minute, right? Like, do handyman, handyman who do what does he do? That was Christian business here, family. Okay, so he does handyman and moving services. Cool. So he obviously repairs and builds, and he does all of that. But let's think about this for a minute. Do they have a gatekeeper? No, no. So this one is definitely one I would love to follow up with using our tool that I'm going to show you in just a bit. Um, let's see here, accountant and bookkeeper. Cool. All right, this is a good market as well. Usually these guys work alone. They don't have a gatekeeper, and if you position yourself right, you'll get a good response. Hail damage repair, free detail. Okay. So all in all, I would stick to the smaller guys. Okay, stick to the small guys, and I dived into this more in our training that I'm going to show you in just a bit. But stick to the small guys, the really small guys, providing the little services. Okay, I think I clarified that by now. Only mail the niche you know. I should have wrote reply here, but only reply to the niche you know 100%. Okay. Like, don't let anybody tell you anything else. Only mail the niche you know 100%. Like, that when you write them, you're going to get a response because you understand the niche, you know it 100%. Do not assume because that's never going to work. Like, don't ever go after a niche because someone tells you, yeah, some guru marketer tells you, oh, this thing is hot now, so you should go after it. Don't do that to yourself. Fully understand that niche and then go after it. It'll make sense. Trust me. So here's what you can do. Let me just take a So here's what you can do. Know the niche 100%, compose a regular email, and stay consistent on your follow-up. That's our formula. I literally, these 3 points, these 3 bullet points that you're looking at right here, that's my formula. So know the niche 100%, compose a solid email, right? Don't try to be too salesy in that email. Keep it straightforward and honest, and just stay consistent with your follow-up. But the consistency, I want to, you know, elaborate a little on that if I could, because like I mentioned earlier on this call, like you can't just message, these prospects one time. You got to stay consistent on that follow-up. Do whatever you have to do. Just know the timing, get your timing in order, and just stay consistent. That's it. You can knock this out in like an hour. You can get a ton of responses in 1 hour if you're just consistent. That's it. And just repeat that process, okay? Repeat that process over and over. That's all it is. So if you're ready to start automating this process, just give me a one in the chat box. Everything I just showed you, if you're ready to start automating this entire process, give me a one into the chat box. I got a lot of ones, a lot of ones. So Charity, Doug, Brian, John, Keith, Michael, Michelle, Rick, all you guys, thank you all so much. So you guys are ready to automate this stuff, and I'm with you on that because we've been ready a long time ago till we got this. Trust me. All right. So, but first, note, I need you to note a couple of things, right? I need you to note this. When we built this tool, like we didn't build it to try to bend any of Craigslist rules. We wanted to follow the rules. But what's really important to us is that follow up. We wanted to be able to take all of these emails, store them somewhere, and be able to follow up on autopilot. And there's just nothing better than that. Okay. So take a look at this other reply, right? This is a reply that I just received yesterday. And I sent out an email to everybody on this call. And I was so excited. I was just like, hey, I got to send this to everybody for everybody to see because this is real. Check out my my reply. Hey, I'd like to send you more leads by this week. Are you open for a call? Let's talk. Awesome work on your ad. I gave him a compliment. I kept it honest. I kept it real, as I always say. Kept it real, being honest. And look, check out that response. How much for your service? So what if we could get more replies like this? Like, look, man. Like nowadays, you got Facebook ads, you got SEO, link building, all this stuff to get leads. But look, let me tell you, this has got to be the easiest. The easiest. The easiest, okay? So if we could get more responses like that, would you be happy with those results? If we could get more responses like that, would you be happy with those results? Just let me know in the chat box. Absolutely. Yes, yes. People are like, heck yes, for sure. Yes. That's amazing. Exactly. So you guys get my drift. So if you want more replies like this for your services, just give me a one in the chat box. If you want more replies like this for your services, give me a one into the chat box. Of course, we all want these replies, right? So I want to introduce to you the classified ad reply software that works for Adobe Air and PC computers. This software kicked us in the butt, but we got it done. And we got it done because we appreciate you guys, man. If I could give you all a big hug, I would right now. But it's because of you we continue to deliver over and over and over. And this isn't a one-hit product either. This is one that we really got our eyes on, and we want to continue to revamp this and build it to be huge, okay? But the way it is, the way it's built now is amazing. Amazing. Okay? So let me break down some of the things that you could do with this. Automated follow-ups. Okay, so everything that I just mentioned to you, you're pretty much going to do it on autopilot, emailing, replying, and all of that, all on autopilot. Automated emails, automated prospecting, automated exporting. I mean, it's pretty much all done for you on autopilot. So if you want to see the demo, let me get some ones in the chat box. I need to hear your excitement. Just type whatever it is that you want. I just need to hear your excitement on that side of the world. So we got a lot of ones, we got a fives, we got heck yes, I'm ready. Exactly. So let's dive right into the software. I'm going to open it up here and I am going to, let me see here. All right, cool. All right, so you may see some lagging on your side, and I apologize for that. It's just because, go to webinar and all of that. So with that being said, this is the classified ad reply software for Adobe Air and PC computers. Awesome software. You're getting a limited license to this, which I think is amazing. All right. And yeah, really, really exciting stuff. So up on this left-hand corner here, you got your from email. This is a test email that we use all the time. We got SMTP connection, and of course, we offer solid support. You need anything, any questions at all, you could post it in our community. SMTP connection is very, very important. We are connected to Gmail's API, so this allows you to send up to 500 emails per day. 500 emails per day. Okay, so just keep that in mind throughout this process. You could add attachments as well. So we took a lot of what we learned and we applied it onto the software. This interface is very, very simple, but it packs a huge punch. You could add attachments. The lighter your attachments are, the better uh, it will be on delivery. So whenever the software auto replies and things like that, it's gonna make that process very, very easy. So keep the attachments light, okay? And you could type anything here, you could type anything in this box. You could add source code. We added all this combo box to make things easier when you're composing uh, your email. So you could type in, you know, and I actually want to do a quick test, and I want to do it live for you. So I'll just go ahead and I'll type in a message while I'm here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go after the beauty salon niche. I know that market really well, so I'm gonna say hello. I'm gonna keep it simple. Let's bring that up some. All right, so I kept it really, really simple. My target is the beauty salon niche. I'd like to interview you via YouTube. Awesome job on your ad. Are you free for a call this week? Okay, once I get them on a call, it'll give me a chance to be able to pitch whatever it is I have to offer. Okay, and I dive into this more in our live training happening June 1st. Okay, so we got the combo box. You could add attachments, SMTP, but now let's get into the goods. You see this button here, send by automatic reply. Check this out, guys. Okay, so this is where the magic is going to happen. You could import a number of different ads up here. So I could import thousands of ads. I don't recommend importing thousands of ads unless you're going to, have something in mind for that, because you could export a lot of this information. So the only time I really recommend importing more than 1,000 is if you're going to be exporting and handing it off to someone else. But if you're doing the prospecting yourself, you're one-on-one, you're looking to target a specific niche, just start off, keep it around maybe 1 and 10. That'll give you a chance to go one by one, store that information, and then keep your follow-up going. For this example, I'm just going to type in 2. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This load button up here, this will just always bring you back to Craigslist. It'll bring you back to this home page. We got an auto send button. So once we've imported the leads, we could also export, as well. So once you auto import, you could auto send once it's automatically stored. So let's go into the beauty niche really quick. So we got that category already set up here. All right. So what the software is going to do is going to import these first 2 lines up here. All right. So we got 2. It's going to import that on autopilot. So boom, that first part is already being done for you on autopilot. Okay. So in some cases, if the ad, let's say, it was marked spam, or you notice it imported only 1, chances are is that Craigslist removed that. They removed that ad because they reposted it multiple times, so on and so forth. So We got one ad is fine. It's completely fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and open up that ad here really quick. And this is just me giving you the basics on it. I'm going to click reply. Craigslist now has CAPTCHA. No problem. It takes 2 seconds to fill out. So we got a name, we got a number, and we got an email. So remember that follow-up that I mentioned, like that follow-up, being able to follow is more than just being able to send a reply one time. We want to be able to reply a few different times. Okay. So we got a number, and then we also have a name as well. Okay. We got a name here. Let's bring the software back up. We got a name. Awesome. So I want you to keep something in mind. If the software is able to get past the proxy, we've built the software so it pulls that email. If it's able to get past the proxy, it'll pull the email right away. If it has a hard time pulling that email, then you just have to enter it manually. But just keep in mind, based on what I said, that it's more than just trying to reply one time to these listings, guys. You can't just reply once and expect a response. You got to be able to repeat this process over. So what happens is that this all stays here, is stored. I could also export this information automatically, so it's right on my desktop. It's that easy. So I can continue to store more leads and store more over and over and over. I could just repeat that process, okay? So you got this amazing combo box here. You could add attachments. You got SMTP. You could send up to 500 emails. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that. Honestly, it just doesn't. Okay. So if you thought that was awesome, please type in a one into the chat box. If you thought that was awesome, give me a one into the chat box. And oh, hey, I forgot to do something for you because we are live on this call. Let me bring the screen back. I'm going to send that reply right now. Boom. Oh, forgot to check off that email. Boom. Right? And it's already sent out. Okay. Boom. Reply to one item and we're golden. Okay. So you see where I'm headed now with this, right? Lots and lots of potential here. Lots of potential and lots of potential for you as a marketer to do a lot more than you're doing right now. Okay. I want you to keep in mind that this software is being released exclusively to our Red Torn Media customers and supporters only. This is not going public. We're not going public because you guys have supported us. We want to support you and we want to keep that bond going. We don't want to share this with anybody else but you. Okay. So you got these amazing features. You can send that automatic reply. You could get replies like this one that I showed you earlier. You can compose your text, add attachments, SMTP, 500 emails per day. You can't beat that. I mean, 500 emails per day. That's just what Gmail allows. I mean, we can't do anything about that. If you want to use different emails, then that's completely up to you. Okay. You got that export option, so you could always export um, any data that you store. You see, we store some information here, and we exported it just fine, so we could hand it up. Maybe we could do follow-up calls, follow-up emails, and do it all using the software. Okay, and now take a look at this. These are some previous messages that I sent in my sent box. And it's just amazing, just to be able to follow up consistently and get this all done on autopilot. That's major. That's major. Okay. So if you thought that was awesome, can I get a one? Just go crazy in the chat box. If you thought that was awesome, just let me hear your excitement on that side because we bust our backs getting this together. And I want to make sure that you're excited for this. Exactly. So you all are excited. We got exclamation points. Uno, one. We're ready. Let's do this. Exactly. So we're all ready for this. I'm excited that you're excited for this as well. So I'm going to be honest with you because I'm always blunt and honest. It cost me $2,140.45 to build this. I got to pay my team. That's just what I, you know, what I paid. That's cool. It's fine. We have a little budget for that, so it's cool. And we have major plans for this, so keep in mind, keep that in mind. Major plans for this. Included with this purchase, it's not just, me handing you the software saying, all right, guys, go figure it out. Absolutely not. I'm going to do a live training happening June 1st, 2 p.m. EST, okay, Eastern time. When you go down, I'm going to post the link. I see there's a lot of you asking for the link already. We refer to classified ad reply as CAR. So CAR customers will receive a live over the shoulder training, and I'm going to show you how to convert replies into customers in less time. So this is a more detailed call, and it's more like a group session. So we're going to talk together just as we're doing now, and we're going to knock this out. We're going to do this together. Okay. So you're getting all those features: automated follow-ups, automated emails, automated prospecting, automated exporting, today, okay? Today only, okay? Exclusively for our Red Tour Media customers and supporters only. You're going to pay $27 for everything that I just showed you. Everything that I just showed you, you're going to pay $27. And I see there's a lot of you with a ton of different questions. I'm going to drop the link right now. Here is the link. Okay, so I just posted that link there. Make sure to click that link. And I'm going to share my screen and show you what the page looks like, what the home page looks like here. Okay, so when you click on that link, it's going to take you to that page. And like I mentioned before, Red Tour Media customers and supporters only, $27, unlimited license. You got all the details here. If you have, any frequently asked questions, we already have them pre-typed up here. How does this software work on Adobe Air PC? Yes, it does. How many replies can you send per day? You can send up to 500 emails per day. How soon will I see a response? Responses are exactly like I mentioned earlier. It's come up on tongue-tied here, going crazy. So the responses are based on the time and day that you reach out to these individual leads. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So it's just a timing thing here now. It's not a battle between, oh, when is this prospect gonna call me back, or it's now a time thing. That's all we got to do. We got to figure out the time for that niche, and I dive into that more in our training. Can you type in the email if it doesn't show up? Yep, just like I mentioned earlier, it must be a Craigslist email. So just keep that in mind. This tool cannot be used to spam or anything like that. If you're caught spamming, it's completely up on you, okay? Because the user, keep in mind, when you send replies, the user can type in, they could report it as spam, and then every time you follow up, they're never going to see it again. So be careful on how you respond. And if you're trying to, spam and stuff like that, it's just not going to work with this. We're just going to shut you down, shut your account down, and you're not going to have access. So this is for those of you who are really looking to get this done. Once I've imported all the leads, can I follow up? You can follow up as much as you like. And yes, it does work overseas. So we already have some pre-answered questions. I'm going to answer some more now. I'm going to type that in here. So give me 1 second. Okay, I just dropped that link there one more time. And I'm getting ready to answer some questions now. And let's start this Q&A. Let's start this Q&A. Drop in all those questions now. You hit on this. Can you explain? Send on the emails without being blocked. Okay, cool. So Doug wants to know, how do you actually send the 500 email relays without being blocked? And that's a good question. All right. Like I mentioned very earlier in the training, you don't overdo it on the messages. Okay, take your time with it. I recommend using a proxy. We always recommend HMA. HMA has been working with us for a very long time, since like back in the days. Okay, so they always sponsor our products every single time. So you'll find a link to that in the members area. You can switch up your IP and just get more work done. That's the goal. We're not trying to spam here. We're just trying to follow up and make sure that it reaches that inbox. So I definitely, if you're gonna be mailing in bulk, so like let's say you have a team or you manage to collect 500 emails, Craigslist emails, um, definitely use a proxy. Use a proxy. If you're gonna be working small, taking baby steps, like you're gonna be sending 5 emails, 10 emails, 20 emails, then that's fine. We can work with that. The software will tolerate it. Yeah, Gmail will tolerate it. Just make sure that the content, any content that you are typing, is it's just you're not salesy with it. You're not adding spam links. You're not adding spam images. You're not doing any of that stuff because Craigslist is protecting themselves just like Gmail is. Okay, they're both protecting themselves. Craigslist has CAPTCHA. Gmail has spam control. So if you try to spam, they'll throw you in spam. So just watch how you're mailing. Okay, that's pretty much it. But there's no other risk involved. Does this work on Mac? Yes, it does. It works on Mac and PC. Can you send me a link? I'll drop you a link here, Joanne. Pardon if I said your name wrong. Keith, can you explain again how the capture works? So with Craigslist, and I'll open it up here. Give me 1 second. I'll go back to it. I don't mind. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna share my main screen with you here. Okay, so with Craigslist, anytime that you hit on reply, like you see here, they added CAPTCHA. So, like, if the software wanted to grab that email, right, on that first attempt, it's just gonna have a hard time. It's just, you know, it's not gonna pull it. But if in some cases, like let's say someone just posted an ad just a couple of seconds ago, and you're attempting to pull within that time, then it'll store that email for you. So it'll do it for you on autopilot. So you have two routes you can go here. Some cases you just got to import it in manually, which is not bad at all. It's no different from it automatically importing it and manually importing it. It really does not matter. We didn't want to bend any of the Craigslist rules just because we appreciate the platform and we enjoy what they're doing and the responses we've been receiving. So we're okay with storing the emails. That's not a problem for us. It's not going to kill us on timing or anything like that. It's just that's just the way they have things set up. Do we need local accounts in Craigslist for each city? You know what? It may help the process, but we don't have any accounts. So you don't need to be logged into Craigslist to do any of this. It's always good to have a Craigslist account if you want to post from just using Craigslist, just going posting if you want. But we don't really need it here. Can we get leads from all cities? So yeah, you can get leads from any city that you want. You just go to Craigslist from the software. You have that iframe there that you can click off, click the city, the state, and all of that. So you got that all there. Okay, so are there any upsells? And I'm very honest with you guys, there is one upsell, but I don't want you to feel pressured on it. Do not feel pressured on it. It's completely optional. Okay, this is me being honest with you. A lot of people don't do this, gurus out there, quote unquote. There is one upsell and it's $10. Okay, and that option enables you to import the emails via CSV, and it creates categories for you. So currently, right now, and I'll go back to the software. And again, don't feel pressured by this. It's completely optional. It's not going to make, a huge difference, but for some people it would, for those of you who would prefer to use CSV. So what happens is that next to this button here, there's a CSV option. You click import after you collected those emails, those Craigslist emails, and you could import it here. So it's easier. And next to that, there's a category button. You'll see it all. When you purchase the product in the members area, you'll see all of that, okay? So in total, it's your $37. You're going in with $37. But when you think about your return on your investment, like what you're going to make on your return, yeah, exactly. So let's see here. What's a good subject line or to get through to the business? So John, as far as subject lines, you can't really do that with Craigslist and just using our software. We didn't add subject lines for a reason because it's just we wanted to be able to reply and get right into the inbox. So as far as if I could give you any advice, it would be to just be straightforward and honest. Make it about the business. Don't type in words like Google. Don't use words like Google in your mailings. Don't use words like marketing. Don't use words like just risky words. Just risky words. There's just some words that Google just doesn't like, and it'll just throw you right in the spam box. So everything just needs to be direct and honest. Just keep it straightforward, is what I'm trying to say. So Patty asks, is there a way that we can get past solving the CAPTCHA? There is if you're using a proxy. And in the members area, there's a link to HMA. If you want to pick that up, you can switch up your IP, and that may help that process. But we don't want to bend any of the rules with Craigslist. They added Google CAPTCHA for a reason because it slows down their website when people try to do that. When people try to auto reply automatically, we used to be able to do it back in the day, but it just is not one of those things that you can do today. But it doesn't kill timing because, like I mentioned before, it's if you could reply once, you could reply multiple times. So ordered already. No, 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 okay. Awesome, Charlie. Thanks so much for the support. Sharice is in. Awesome, Sharice. Is always good to have you around. So if you got value out of this call, and I see there's more questions coming in, I'm going to answer them. If you got value out of this call, just give me some ones in the chat box. I want to make sure that I served you, and I'm going to continue to scroll down. Are there any upgrades? Yeah, there is one upgrade. It's $10. You'll find it in the members area or after you purchase. Don't feel pressured because it's not a necessity. It's only a necessity if you like working with CSVs and you think it's easier for you. Are proxies free? No, the proxies aren't free. That's just a partner of ours that we work with very closely. That's not free, but it helps that process. And people don't just use proxies just for software. They use proxies for many things, just to get more work done, prevent, issues with Google and all that stuff. So Brian mentions, hey, is there an autoresponder to reply to their emails? Well, if I'm not mistaken, within your Gmail account, and I'm going to cover this a lot more once you hop in, there is a away message that you can put in your Gmail. So it's kind of like if you email web development group, I believe we have it set up. So if you email us, you get an auto reply back. So you can set it up. You can send that auto response back to the replier. Which also may come in handy in some cases. Okay, so we have some people still asking for the link. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link here now. Okay. Also, I see there's a lot of you that are signing in. I want you to keep in mind that after you've purchased the software, you want to check your email. The email is going to have a unique username and password for this particular product. You want to use that to log into classified ad reply, the membership. Don't use your previous username and password. Use your new one so you can log in. Okay. Usually, we have links open, but we've locked a lot of our products. We've had some issues, so we've taken security measures to protect ourselves, protect our products. Hey, Doug, I really appreciate that. Doug mentions we really appreciate you and your little products not like others. Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to us. Yeah. Someone asked if we have email scripts to send out. That's something that I forgot to mention here. But when you purchase, you get scripts. It's like a quick start guide. So you'll see that when you click on the link, you'll get I believe it's 3 top scripts that we've used. So we sent that out to you to use as well. So that's included. Okay, so I got a lot of ones. Let's see here. Where do you download the product? Sharice, so after you've purchased, make sure to check your PayPal email or your JVZoo email to get access. Do I need a link? Do I need a link to the proxies? Is the name somewhere? So yeah, Richard, in the members area, you'll find the link to HMA. There's a ton of information on their website on how that works. Patty replies, hey, Craigslist blocks replying to at craigslist.org emails a certain number. What's your opinion? No, at the end of the day, it just all depends on the email you're using, the way you have it set up. Whenever we send out emails using the software is usually our name, and that's more receptive, to Craigslist and Gmail. We usually end up right in the inbox. So um that usually gets us past, all those blocks that, or some of the security measures that they sent. They have it open for a reason. They have that reply button there for a reason because they want you to reply. It's not like they don't. It's just about, how you're going about it. If you're trying to do it to be malicious then that's a problem. Not only will they shut you down, but I'm going to shut you down too, because that's just not stuff that we allow. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So for those of you, if you have any issues, make sure to shoot us an email. I'm gonna put it here. I'm around, my team is as well. We're gonna get you taken care of today, not tomorrow. So just all you have to do is just reply to us. Make sure to also, if you have any issues logging in, check your JVZoo account. You'll have a link in there, and that'll get you logged in as well. So Richard mentions that he's always wanted to. Yeah. So with our upgrade, you can import doing the using the CSVs. Um, I don't want to show it here because it's kind of like a surprise. It's supposed to make things easier. So when you pick it up, I don't want to give too much away, here. So when you pick it up in the members area, you'll see the video and you'll see what you can do. But you can import those emails via CSV after you've collected it. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, what happened here? Let's open that back up. Give me one little quick second. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, and we're back. Cool. So Jeannie mentioned the upgrade does not have a buy button. Oh, no. Let's see if we could fix that up really quick. Give me one little second. Our guy should have put that in there a long time ago. I'm not sure why it's not there. Give me one little second. And you could keep typing in more questions. I'm still around, guys. I'm still around to answer any of your questions. I want to make sure that we answer them as soon as possible. Let's see here. Yeah, there is a button on there, Gene. It could be your browser. Maybe you're on Internet Explorer. I'm not sure. But what I'll do is I can't really post it on here because it's a locked page. So I may have to email it to you directly. So make sure to send us an email, support@redtourmedia.com. Post it in the chat box so you should be able to see that link there. Let's see here. Can you post the link one more time? Yep, I'll go ahead and do that. PayPal is the only way to pay for this. No, PayPal is not the only way you can pay for this. If we added a credit card option on the JV Zoo page, it's all the way down at the bottom. So if you don't want to use PayPal, you would prefer to just put it on a card and just finance it. It's cool. You could finance this. It's an investment. So yeah. Can you use a text spinner on the message replies? Um, no, not currently, but that's an amazing idea. I'd like to hear more about it. You could let us know in the members area, or when we do our live call, I usually like to make my calls interactive, so you could just let me know on the call. It's always cool. Okay, we got a lot more. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It should be up. Let's see here. Oh, close down again. Appreciate your patience while I'm getting this sorted out on my part. I hear that there's a few people saying that there's some issues with the buy button. It could be JV Zoo that's down temporarily, not sure. Okay, so Gene got it figured out. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Good to hear you got it figured out. Upgrades free. uh, well, the upgrade, here's the thing, right? Like it took us a long time to put this together. So, you know, this is not one of those things where we could just hand it off. It cost us a ton of cash to put this together, so we definitely want to make sure that we serve our community. So we want to give you as much value as possible. So there is a lot of great plans for the software. I mean, this is one that has gotten us amazing responses, and it's one that we want to continue to stay invested in. We plan on adding other platforms. It's all based on our community, what you guys tell us you want added. Like somebody mentioned, hey, can you spin the email, or can you add the proxies built in? And like we need to hear that. The more we hear that, the more we can continue to build on it. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate the compliment. So, with that being said, I appreciate you all coming out to this webinar, and as always, appreciate you all coming out. If you went ahead and picked up the classified ad reply software, can you drop a 5 into the chat box? Drop a 5 into the chat box. I'll shout you out. So if you did go ahead and pick it up, just type in a 5 into the chat box. Okay, so Sharice, Michelle, Rick, John, Brian, Charlie, Doug. I'm just gonna keep John. Just everybody, man. Thank you all so much for your continued support. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Um, June 1st, make sure to get signed up. It's in the members area. You'll be able to get signed up for our live training. Our live training. That's uh, going to be action packed for sure. We got a lot of great content put together, and it's definitely going to get everyone here a lot of great responses. Let me know as well in the community area. There's a private community that we put together. So once you guys start sending your replies out, let me know. I want you to post screenshots. Okay, so do me that favor. Post screenshots of some of the replies that you receive back. Okay, for any service that you're reaching out to, whatever, using Craigslist, just reply back with screenshots. Just let me know, okay? That's just going to let us know that, hey, you know what, this product is working for you. You are getting responses. Let us know. The more excitement we receive from your side, the more we can continue to develop this tool to be a bigger tool for our community. Hey, Julie, thanks for stopping by. So the upgrade is the option for you to be able to import CSVs and create categories within the software. So you can import via CSVs and create categories. Belinda, happy birthday to your son. Happy birthday. That's awesome. Sad day for me. All right. Let's see here. Can we see again the replay somehow? So I'll go back. I see there's a lot of people on this call still. So I'll go back on into the software and I'll just show you. I'll just show you the software while I'm here. We still got about 2 minutes or so that we can knock out. So this is the software. I'll go back into our screen here. So as you know, you can, type in your emails and, you could do, I don't know what happened there. Cool. So you can type in your emails, you can do all of that stuff. Once you've done all of that, you can import your, your leads from here. So let's click on the automotive niche. And then let's click on, we're going to import about 2 leads. So we're going to go ahead and import these 2 leads here. All right, boom. So we've imported 2 leads. So these areas here are left open so you can enter those emails and follow up, okay? Because like I mentioned earlier, 95% of what we do is all about the follow-up. It's never just about emailing one time and that's it. Never works that way. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let's get out of here really quick and start this process for you. I'm gonna click reply. Craigslist has CAPTCHA. We don't want to bend the rules. We enjoy Craigslist, so we don't want to see. That wasn't that bad. Check this out. So we got an email, we got a name, right? That's cool. Wait, I'm sorry. That's not an email. What am I talking about? That's a number and a name. Guys, I didn't have enough coffee this morning, so pardon me. All right, so let's go ahead. We got a name here. We didn't get no email, which is fine. It's cool. But we got a name and a number. It's better than anything else, right? All right, so we got an auto truck technician, mechanic service and repair. All right, cool. Let's click on reply. Okay, so this one has a number, so we can take that one. Takes 2 seconds. It's not bad. Takes 2 seconds. Let's copy this email here. And you see how quick I did that, right? I mean, literally, I didn't get a name, so I could put no name. No name. I'm going to send to this one because I was able to find that email. And I'm going to click auto send. Boom. I just sent one reply. If you do run into any issues, the software will inform you. So like, let's say there was like some issue where it didn't send, it'll let you know right away. So keep in mind that you can send up to 500 emails using Gmail, okay? Using Gmail. So we're leveraging Gmail here. And we plan on adding other APIs as well. So it's just up to you and based on what you tell us. We're going to have a replay for those of you that are just hopping into the call. So if you missed out on anything, we're going to get that out to you as soon as possible, okay? Pricing, I'll discuss it in the live training. I appreciate that. I see someone has some question on how much we charge. So someone mentioned they're trying to purchase from a phone and they're running into some issues. Yeah, we have a merchant processor, so you should be able to process it through it. Please record. Won't be around. Yep, the class will be recorded. So if you aren't able to attend June 1st, it'll be recorded and in the members area. Okay, awesome. So thank you all so much for coming out to this webinar. I see there's a lot of you that are signed in, and there's some of you that have questions. Remember that you could always email us at support@redtourmedia.com. I'll go ahead and drop in this this link here one more time. Oops, what happened there? Cancel. Just in case you didn't get that email, I'm gonna repost that email, that link up one more time. All right, there you go. those of you that are still looking for it. All right, so thank you all so much for coming out to this webinar. I appreciate your time. If you got value out of this call, give me some ones in the chat box. I hope I served you today. I hope that I went all out, and I hope to start seeing those replies. Remember to take screenshots of the replies that you received back. Let us know what you'd like to see added on in our members area. You could even post it in the forum as well. We have the offline marketing forum. We use it for questions, and you can post and things like that. So thank you, Rick. Thank you, Chris, Charlie, Victor, everybody. Thank you all so much. You guys are our family, and we appreciate you so much. So with that being said, I am Guillermo Mata, happy that I could serve you, and I'll speak to you June 1st. And for those of you that missed out, no worries. I'm going to get this replay together right after this. I'm going to send it back out to you so you can get filled in on what we covered today. Okay, so with that being said, thank you all so much, and I'll speak to you next time.